Coach, got some excellent pitching performances this weekend from your whole entire pitching staff. Starters really came up. 29 consecutive innings now, 3 consecutive strikeouts for the first time at Liberty since 2014. Talk about your pitching and how it's coming together.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like our starters were, they were sensational just as far as, being able to attack the plate and, to really challenge them. We got a big ballpark, that's, good to pitch in, very conducive to that. So, for us to be able to attack them, I think Trevor really set the tone for us. I just love his demeanor on Fridays. I think it really settles our team in. At least that's what the feeling has been for us, every time he's gone out there. He's very composed. So it starts with that guy. And then Mason's just a veteran. And we got the big young one on Sunday who's fun to watch, extremely talented. And I think that really helps Trey to sit there and watch those guys pitch. And they're just as responsible for his growth. Your teammates help you grow. And, I think that's what we're seeing with Trey Gibson. His first 2 outings didn't go very well, and the last 2 have been what he's capable of. So for us to be where we want to be at the end of the year and have a chance to play on into June, then we're going to need Trey Gibson to pitch at that level, and he's done a great job.
Trey McDuyer had 5 hits this weekend, hit at least 1 hit in every game. He's starting to round up and being a little bit more comfortable at the plate. Can you talk about how he's rounded a little bit into form now?
Yeah, he's starting to make some adjustments, giving himself a little space to swing, starting to get his hands away from his body a little bit. So, hitting's hard. It's nothing easy. Sometimes it's easy for you, but it never really lasts that long in this game. But, Trey's just a veteran, steady kid and can really defend over there at third. And so, for him to be able to help us offensively and for us to get that contribution down at the bottom of the order, that's another thing we need to be able to play late into June. So good to see from him. He's just been a kind of a program rock for us, if you will, a kid that's just always the same kid every day, an unbelievable teammate. So you pull for guys like that. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but certainly pull for Trey, and I know his teammates do, and it's good to see him, have some success.
Will Wagner battled a little bit with a hamstring injury here at the beginning of the year. Now he's starting to round into form a little at the plate. 5 straight games with a hit. Can you talk about him starting to feel comfortable and starting to heat up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Will's where he wants to be yet. I think he would tell you that too. But he's finding a way to get hits. So good players, they're not quite going. And it's not quite going for him exactly like he wants to. Usually Will's got, some more balls there, so just some better swings off on some pitches, if you will. But he's finding some holes and helping us win. And he's a tough player. He's hard on himself. Probably harder than he should be. But he'll be a guy that's that's in the middle of that order, regardless of what he's doing, because I know what he's capable of.
Gray Betts had another multiple hit game today. He leads the team in that. Can you talk a little bit about not only what he's doing at the plate, but he's moved back behind the plate as the catcher and has been managing the staff?
Yeah, I'll start with the defensive part, because I mean he called every pitch for our starters all weekend, and to be able to do that, I mean you don't get to check out. You don't get to check out when you're a catcher, because you're thinking about the next pitch and you're dropping those fingers, and there's just a constant constant thought process that goes with that. That takes its toll a little bit, mentally, just to be able to sit there and breathe. And I just think he's handled himself tremendously well. He's got some leadership qualities. He's a 4.0 student. I mean, just all the things that you would want from the character standpoint at that position, he has. And he's shown the ability here offensively. He's an on-base guy and some gritty at-bats. And, I thought he made some adjustments today, like that last at-bat. I'm not going to get backdoored on that slider again, and just kind of stayed with it. So this is some really good things from him. He's a good kid. He's so fun to coach. You can get on him, and I just love him. I couldn't imagine not having him.
Last question for you. We touched a little bit on Trey Gibson's outing today, but 15 straight batters. He struck out 10. He really looked more comfortable out there today.
Yeah, I was hoping he would, because it's his first home start. His family was probably here, if I had to guess. So it's the first time his family gets to see him pitch in a home game. That stuff's important. You want it to go well, and it didn't go well for him, early. And, for him to be able to stop it there at UCF and then to come home and have a comfort level, those first 2 or 3 starts are going to really help Trey Gibson, because when you have to do it on the road and it's not going to go in your way, that's adversity that equals growth if you handle it the right way, and I think he has. And so he's fun to watch, man. He's very talented, and we know what he's capable of, and you're starting to see just all the little things just move forward with him that we want to see happen. So I'm excited for him and for our club, and to be able to have a Sunday starter that's that talented, that's good for our program.